Episode 31 of the Planet Nintendo podcast. Let's see what's on the menu for today. We're going to be talking all about Nintendo's new wacky creation, Nintendo Labo, giving our predictions and thoughts. Also, our favorite retro-inspired games on the Switch. We're going to be talking about that lovely eShop and how to fix it. And of course, viewer questions. So let's get it started. What's up, dudes? Episode 31. And before we kick all that off, let's introduce the best co-host on the planet, Joe. Joe from Joe After Work. What's up, man?
It's all good. It's been a long week. Labo is what's going on. I spent 2.5 hours building a keyboard, and I'm completely satisfied with life.
That's awesome. And yes, he is here, folks. You're not seeing double. 8-Bit Eric has joined us today. What is up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a while since I did a podcast, so I really, really appreciate it. It's pretty cool to do these once in a while and get to know people and stuff.
That's awesome, man. And again, he's back. We can't get rid of him. Jams, what's up, man?
I am here. I aim to please.
Yes. Real quick before we get started, Eric, what do you do on the channel? Any interesting things going on?
I'm primarily focused on Switch indies at the moment, but I do a lot of Switch reviews, things like that. I used to do like retro stuff, but nobody watches that crap anymore. Everybody's done that. So I've just been focusing on Nintendo Switch stuff at the time.
Awesome. If you guys have any questions about any eShop game, I'm pretty sure Eric is head over there. Really cool stuff over there. Joe, are you the only one who bought a Labo today? Eric, you didn't buy one?
Probably, yeah.
I didn't physically go out and get one, but I did get one. The reason why I didn't get one is that I couldn't wake up early enough to do it before real life responsibilities. Yeah. So I told my friend, I was like, look, because she was already awake, like doing stuff. I was like, look, just go to a GameStop. If you find Labo, do it, and just grab me, because I was thinking it was getting scalped and sold out, but apparently not. Apparently there's plenty. So she got me the variety kit, and
nice.
I'm not going to get it until Sunday, so I haven't even gotten to open it yet.
Okay. James, you buying into this or what?
I mean, I told you before, I wanted to go to Target at 9:00 at night, but I didn't. So I'm probably gonna get it tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah. You going for the robot kit, variety kit?
No, variety. I'm not gonna go
yeah.
robot.
I want to see James in a robot suit, please.
I know. I might fund that.
I think I'll get the robot suit soon.
Yes. Yes.
So wacky.
Too complicated.
I know that Nintendo is giving free prints of for the cardboard. I think you can like print a pattern on your cardboard and stuff. I don't know. I've heard mixed thoughts. I know one of my friends, RGT85, said the robot thing was a pain in the ass and not worth it.
So I saw that video. I saw it.
But I've heard
there you go.
I've heard that the variety pack is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the first one I spent all my time on. I was like, I'm building
Does
this
it really
damn
take
piano.
Long?
It took me about 2.5 hours, but like,
damn,
they really go step by step. Like, I probably could have been like, okay, hold it here and there and figure it out on my own and do it in like half the time. But like, I sat there when it got to the keys, I was just like, okay, I'm doing these all at once. Yeah. But then the bigger pieces,
I think Wood from Beat 'em Up said it took him 3 hours to do the piano.
Yeah,
it doesn't look that hard. Like, I think I could literally just look at the box and figure it out.
It's got all these like creases and everything. Like, you have to fold specific areas. I'm like, oh my god, okay, it is gonna take some time.
Okay, so how durable is it? Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
could you accidentally wet it right now, or would it be okay, or would it be screwed?
If I wet it, it'll probably be screwed, but check it. They actually like went through the thought process of like doubling up on cardboard inside to add weights, add more support, and pretty much make it a little bit more durable. So I got to give them credit there. Like they really thought about like where these things are going to click and how they hug each other, each piece. The keys were actually pretty interesting. They hug each other, you know, and they can hold each other tight at night, you know. The keys are like several different pieces. It's not just one piece that just pops in. There's like you're folding it, and then you've got a box that you got to put in the front of it, and then there's another piece inside, so that way it actually gives it like the weight to be able to press back up and down, and it's got like the cardboard bending back on the inside, so that way it can act like the spring. Like they thought it through. I gotta give them credit for that, man. I
All right,
really
Joe.
do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that to put together?
I've said like a 2, a 1, 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not that
Now,
hard.
do you think assembly may be required with parents, or do you think a kid will be able to do that?
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need parents for or a parent to help you out on this.
See, the thing, it's amazing how high tech that is without being high tech.
Yeah.
Like, only Nintendo could. Like, how did somebody think of that?
I gotta say, they did. You know, the guide is
Whoever,
like.
whoever thought of that better have gotten the biggest raise of their freaking
Oh my
lives.
god!
Seriously.
They're so smart.
Like
So I
now,
have an idea, guys. It's cardboard.
now Nintendo, and you know what? They who knows? You know, maybe every system from now on is going to have some form of Labo, like how Amiibo is something that's accepted in everything now. Maybe the next Legend of Zelda game will have some kind of Labo functionality with it. You know, now we got Amiibos, Labos. Like maybe there's going to be something with Amiibo and Labo soon. Like it's essentially a different brand than you know just video games and Amiibo now. Like they created something else. And then maybe third parties are going to jump on this, and we're going to see like third party Labo accessories and stuff. It's crazy.
Come on.
like essentially, this is accessories without having to make plastic. Like it's just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's green as heck. I think
That rock band behind me. It would be so much
Oh
better
my
if I could like
God.
fold it up or something. I don't know. For me, like seeing Labo, and I wasn't too crazy about it, but seeing the videos today, seeing people put it together, and it genuinely looks fun. Like for me, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm kind of interested now. Like, but Joe, you said on your stream, because I was watching a little, I wish they sold the variety kits in like mini kits, because like you were saying, like you only want the keyboard. Maybe someone only wants the fishing rod for whatever reason. But that would be nice if they did mini kits. But I don't know. I guess they don't want too many SKUs or whatever on
I
shelves.
see them eventually. Yeah, I see them eventually adding like random kits and stuff. Maybe like you buy like a $20 kit, and then it has like a download code for some mini game or something.
Yeah.
You know, not everything. Like, did this come with a physical game, or is it download?
Yes. Yeah. No. It. So for some odd reason, although I thought they mentioned that it was going to be a digital download, it does come with the physical cartridge that you pop in.
Yeah, I could see maybe
getting that.
I could see maybe like they'll have like some random kits, like maybe they'll have like a billiard, like a pool stick or something, and you could play like billiards.
Would be cool.
Maybe like a golf club, like basically all the Wii Sports stuff. They'll probably re-release. They'll probably make something for your hand that's like a glove, and they'll have like a boxing thing. They'll probably have like ski poles. Have you do skiing?
That'd be awesome.
I don't know if they have a bow and arrow yet. They'll probably do that.
Link's crossbow training part 2. Let's go.
That's the beauty of it, though. It's like we could list these for like ever, and it's like so endless. But I want to go to jams right now because do you think this is something that is gonna grow, or is this kind of like an overnight thing? Like, do you think
they numbered it, man, and they put a 0 in front? There, it's going. It keeps going. I'm telling you. I feel like maybe that Yoshi game, because it has to do with cardboard. Maybe that has to do with Labo. I don't know. That's just a theory. And then you also got Paper Mario. They just fit so well. Like,
Yeah, I mean, people, they're gonna make cardboard Nintendo characters eventually. We're gonna get a cardboard Mario kit. We're gonna get a cardboard Yoshi. We're gonna get we're gonna get all that, and it's gonna be like cardboard origami, and it's gonna sell really good.
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna be like Heavy Rain Part 2.
I think that they're kind of like testing the waters a little bit, but I've always said like to grow this thing, like, dude, license this, put like Captain Falcon on there or like Star Fox on there, and like people will buy these like crazy, I feel. But I don't know. I'm being cautious right now.
It has to remain reasonably priced, or it has to be like the variety pack has a lot of shit. So maybe maybe a year from now they'll come out with another variety pack. Like, I wouldn't mind that, but I have a feeling they're gonna milk it, and like maybe by E3 we're gonna see a new kit. I bet you there'll be a new kit at E3.
Probably.
And then we'll probably see every few months. But I have a feeling they're gonna just release a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
They showed that guitar one already, and I don't think that's even out yet. Like, I saw a video like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, it's okay, give me that. Give me all the music stuff, and I will come up with something.
Well, you also got to think of the functionality of the because the Joy-Cons haven't even been used to their fullest extent. Like,
No.
1, 2, 3 Switch touched a little bit of it, like, with the ice cube thing where you can feel, like I could see them. It's going to be pretty good. I know a lot of people were kind of like, really, this and that, but this is going to be like, it's going to be really innovative stuff, and it's going to be creative. Like, it's going to be beyond just playing video games like the typical way. This is going to be like a hybrid, I would say, of like video games and board games and toys, like all roll up into one. Because Nintendo has always been a toy company first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Now I think they're going back to their roots here, and I think it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what's going on. Like, maybe there'll be like, race cars and stuff that, you control and it plays in the game, and who knows, like maybe you have to look at the screen and avoid objects to have your car in real life actually move. I don't know. There's like different things that I'm thinking.
There's so many different possibilities, man.
And then also don't forget about some of the other things that they have. Like the 3DS had like augmented reality and stuff like they barely touched that. There's all sorts of things that I think that I'm telling you this, and this is kind of off topic. They will be doing something with virtual reality soon. I'm calling it within the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is off subject, but so when you think of the Switch, the Joy-Cons slide easily on the side of it, and they pop off.
Mm-hmm.
They can make any accessory that could slide onto the Switch, any kind of accessory. They can make a steering wheel thing. They can make anything. But I think sooner or later we're gonna have a headset where you slide the fucking the Switch right onto it, and it's right there, like how cell phone virtual reality is.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling it. They're gonna do it.
That'd be awesome.
I jokingly, I think 2 weeks ago, said that's what Labo is for. You have the visor made out of cardboard. You put the Switch in there. I mean, it's not too far fetched. It's not too far fetched.
No.
Yeah.
Not.
I mean, it's not.
But innovation. You mentioned innovation, dude. With the, I'm gonna explain it in a second. You change these knobs. You change these knobs, and they change to different instruments. One of them being when you're pressing the keys, vibrates this at different frequencies.
What?
And you can play the music off of it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
that's the biggest thing for me. Like,
it's magic.
Like Eric was saying, like finally utilizing the Joy-Con, because like so far they're pretty underwhelming. Like they emphasize them so much in the presentation and stuff, but like seeing the IR camera, something that like even I was like, when is this gonna happen? Like they obviously had a plan for this. Like everything in Labo pretty much uses it. I mean, the fact that you can like use it as a camera with your little RC car, like that's like who knew who knew you could do that? So that's what I'm most interested in.
And the fact that they did it with like the simplest of like materials is what makes it amazing. Like
Yeah.
they deserve to win an award for this. Like for like if there's some
That's
kind of
so
like
smart.
scientific innovation award, you know, I think this is something that's worthy of it.
Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
I saw
Bill
an
Nye.
article on Twitter.
Oh,
Yes,
I didn't-
Bill Nye. What a perfect like
That
person
was-
to like
yeah.
Bill Nye
combine.
in the video,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
There was an article on Twitter that a lot of schools and things like that are already taking interest in it, which
Yeah.
that would be a perfect fit. Teach kids like programming and like coding and stuff. Like it'd be awesome.
I could see them eventually having like make your own Labo thing later on, like some kind of software thing kit where you could like, you know what I mean? Like I could see something.
Yeah.
I could see something.
And you can already do a lot already. Like you can program like mini games and like, different functions for it. I mean, I don't have it personally, but I've seen some videos today. So there's already stuff happening there. So yeah, that's Labo. Moving on a little bit because Eric is not only known for his eShop knowledge, but his retro knowledge. And so the next topic is going to go into some of our favorite retro inspired games on the Switch. The eShop is full of them, and they take full advantage of nostalgia. So I will start with Eric. What are some of your favorite retro inspired games on the Switch?
What's weird is that a lot of the indie game there's not too many indie games on the Switch that aren't in that neo retro style. Like everything is like 8-bit or 16-bit, and sometimes it's refreshing when you see something that's not like that. Like it's like, oh crap, you know, it's something that's not trying to be the next Shovel Knight or the next, you know, our Retro City Rampage. And then today you get the announcements that like Night Trap is coming on the damn thing. You know, like, well, there was one game recently called A Whole New World. That was kind of Shovel Knight-ish. I don't know if you guys saw any gameplay footage of it, but it has a dynamic of where when you fall into like a pit, you go into like an upside down version of the stage, and you're playing upside down between them throughout the levels. That was really linear, but it played a little bit like Mega Man and Shovel Knight, I guess, because you would gain abilities and things like that. That was a good one. And then there's a few other ones out there. Off the top of my head,
I know there's so many.
Honestly, Game Strategy 1's coming out with a game, the Sydney Hunter game that will be on the Switch. That's kind of like a an 8-bit Pitfall type of game. There was, you know, like, and then a lot of them are ports. You know, like Double Dragon 4 was ported over. And then you have some racing games that are like over the top view, like RC Pro Am kind of. You get there's a few of those coming out now. One of them was what was it called? I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I'm kind of caught off guard.
Yeah, I've just played Breaks Are for Losers is another top-down one that just came out.
Yeah, and then there was one that was kind of like Wave Race. It was called like Moto GP something. I just reviewed that the other day. There's a good amount out there. Honestly, I keep going back to Shovel Knight when people talk about games and stuff. I think that one's really good, and I know they're supposed to be having the next installment pretty soon. But then there was also like other games, like one that I played was I guess Star Ghost. There's like Star Ghost.
Like the shmups.
Yeah. There's a few that are coming out that are kind of like inspired by like arcade style gameplay. But there's just like some weeks just on the Switch alone, sometimes you're getting like 18 games come out. Yeah. There's just way too many. Like at one point I was able to handle reviewing every game that was coming out, but now there's just too many that sometimes I just got to do a quick Let's Play, or sometimes I just got to do a quick 2-minute video, or, you know, sometimes I just don't even do it at all. You know, there's just way too many. Maybe they'll streamline the eShop to have like a retro-ish section. You know, I think that would make it a lot easier for people to figure out, you know, certain, I guess, gameplay styles. Because the indie games are always, like right now, ever since, you know, the whole, thing of like retro games being popular again and stuff the last 5 years. Indie games are always going to be kind of, I guess, piggybacking off of that.
Yeah, definitely. Jams, any games remind you of the old days?
There's I mean, this probably doesn't count, but it's the Sonic Mania count. I mean,
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
that counts.
that
Yeah,
counts. Yeah. So I don't know. I loved Sonic Mania because I played Sonic all the time when I was a kid.
Well, that was also like Freedom Planet that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's coming on the Switch too, if it's not already. You know,
I bought it. I mean, I loved it so much that I'm double dipping when the Plus comes out because
Oh,
I
hell
want
yeah.
that. I want that reversible Genesis cover. That's all.
yeah, that's way past cool, but it does annoy me, and it's not just the Switch that's doing it, but a lot of these games are coming out digitally, and then
Oh yeah.
you find out about a physical release later, and that pisses
me off too.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know how you handle it because, like, you want to I feel like you kind of owe the people who are like the first, people to buy it. But like, how can you really do that? Like, I feel like the only game that really did that was NBA Playgrounds. Like, if you bought that really early, they're kind of like, hey guys, we fucked up, so here's Shaq Fu. But like, you can't really do that with a lot of games. So yeah, that's frustrating. We talked about that a couple times on here.
I'm a big fan of that rant.
Yeah.
Joe, what about you, man?
Yeah, first thing that comes to mind for me is Longest 5 Minutes. I know it's like either that or Mighty Gun Volt Burst, which I won't mention this time around, although I just said it. Longest 5 Minutes, like super traditional, like very like takes the basic traditional RPG from, late 80s, early 90s of turn-based, looks almost like in the style of Earthbound, where your characters are at the bottom, you have your names on screen, and then you only see the enemy on screen that you're fighting. The whole telling the story in reversal is like probably my favorite thing, but that's number one for me right there. I don't know if this sort of counts, but Blast & Master Zero, because technically it's a remaster of that game. And the other one, not very good, although this one's got like mixed. Every time I look on YouTube, I seem to be the only one that like disliked it, although I know that people that I've talked to were like, no, it's not all that great. Vaccine, I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Oh yeah, it's like
Resident
Evil.
Yeah, but not.
honestly, when I reviewed it, I kind of had rose-tinted glasses. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But as a complete, oh, should you, okay, when it came out,
hindsight, right?
When it came out, the Switch was like no games on it. Now it has like hundreds. And there's so many that are coming out that are overshadowing it. So it's not worth the money now.
No.
Back then, it was like, oh, cool. This is kind of like,
That was like one of the first, like, scary games.
Yeah.
For me,
now we got like Outlast 1 and 2 on the Switch, and a couple other
Resident Evil,
and two Resident Evil games. Capcom.
For me, I love the Mummy Demastered. It's like the best of both worlds for me. It's like Metroid and Contra had a baby. That one's cool. Also, I'm a big N64 fan, so both Snake Pass and Yooka-Laylee, they touch me.
I still have not played Yooka-Laylee.
It's good. It's not great. It's not great.
There's too much shit come out.
Yeah. I'd recommend it. Like I said in the past, like for me, like being like a 3D platformer like Faye, like you feel too light, where in Yooka-Laylee it kind of feels like clunky and heavy, but I would still recommend it.
I have a very, very, very big backlog of Switch games that I still have to play and cover that were sent to me, and I feel bad because like these people are like, "Oh, here's our game. Can you please play it?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then it's like fucking 3 months like later, and I'm like, I still haven't played it.
So Jams, Eric needs a reviewer.
Like I'm looking at my mailbox right now, and I'm like, I've already seen over 30 games in here that I still haven't played.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot right now because we didn't plan for this, but I feel like people all the time, especially the Switch eShop being so crowded. What are some of the games? I know me and Joe have something in the works right now, but some of the games that you would recommend that maybe people aren't really talking about. There's just, I mean, you could choose from anything. I just picked up a couple games, so I'll go over those in a little bit. But Jams, big eShop guy, or
Honestly, not too big on the eShop,
okay?
but
For shame.
I have been playing a Wii U game that's on the Switch also.
Which
And I'm not
one?
gonna lie to you, it's kind of fun, and you're gonna laugh. But it's Cars 3, and it's
Oh my
not a bad game. I'm not
That's on sale right now.
lying. So
I think it's like $20 right now.
that's my suggestion. Cars 3 driven. to
Cars 3. So that'll be the last time Jams is on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know,
I just picked up,
the multiplayer of Cars 3. I when I reviewed it, I kind of gave the game a bad score, but the multiplayer is actually not too bad. I'll admit it.
See?
The handling is like solid and stuff.
No.
No, but when you think of like games that you can play with other people on the Switch, it's
Not gonna be Cars 3.
It's like, why'd you put in
it's
Cars 3,
it's
bro?
passable. Now, if you're thinking of racers and stuff, beach buggy racing actually isn't that bad for a Mario.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
I'll think of that then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe,
yeah.
any gems over there?
Yeah, still, I don't even know if I've mentioned this already. Penny Punching Princess. It's a brawler with some RPG elements to it. You're this princess that's lost everything, and money seems to be the one thing that gives her strength. And you can like buy out enemies and like attack them against like bosses and stuff like that. It's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I picked up Oxenfree the other day, and
Oh, I love it. I love that game.
So good.
So, and I'm not like I feel like that's another good topic we should do one day. But the Switch has made me play like adventure, like almost like cinematic games, because like I could just chill in bed or whatever and just play it. So I might be looking at the Telltale series.
Yes, so many games that I missed out the first time around, like on Steam and stuff. And Oxenfree was one of them. I actually sat down and played Oxenfree complete, like in one sitting. Like,
wow.
it had me hooked. I was like, okay, let's see what else happens. Another one that's kind of like Oxenfree, The Final Station, but I think that was like on Xbox and PS4 also. That one's pretty cool. Kingdom New Lands, that's another one that I liked.
That's a good one.
You know, let me see. There's a few others. Just so many, like Butcher, Rhyme, even though that performed bad on the Switch.
I picked up Thimbleweed Park. I still haven't played it, but that's
that's great. I got that limited run also. I double dipped on that.
Yeah.
I double dipped on that one. Which Monday there will be two new Switch titles on limited run. If you want to get Flint Hook and
Slime Stand, I think, or no, it's Mercenary something.
Yeah, Mercenary Saga.
Yeah. But then there's also Super Rare Games is making limited run games as well, which
Jesus.
Human Fall Flat was one of them, and then I think the next one's gonna be something else. I don't even know.
I've given up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of games coming out, and then you never know when they're gonna finally be released physically and stuff like that. Bolt Boy was another one that I played.
That was really
completely
good.
sitting through. Cave Story Plus, I played that one completely through. There's a good amount,
Yeah, I am waiting for Owlboy for physical. I didn't pick that up.
That will be. I bet you that will be coming out physically.
Yeah, it is May.
End of May.
I think it is. Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
I didn't mean to interrupt. Just thought of one. It's retro style Blossom Tales. It's like a Link to the Past.
Yeah.
I love the
that
games like Blossom Tales and like Ukulele. They're like hey, we are like the creation of the game that we're trying to be. I like that.
Yeah, and like Axiom Verge, that's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You know,
my god,
it's-
that game is so good.
Yeah.
One guy made that. One guy.
Ah, man, Tom and Hat.
Jeez. Oh yeah. Okay. So speaking of the eShop, oh man, I have strong feelings about this, but I wanted to ask you guys how Nintendo could improve the eShop, because me and Joe were talking a few weeks ago how developers are starting to do this thing where they release the game and then not even like 2 weeks later you see it again on games on sale and it's like $1 off or something, just to get that what am I trying to say, just to get the exposure from people. And it works like, but that's a problem. So I'm going to start with Joe here. What is something you think the eShop needs or could improve on, like right away?
I think right off the bat, keep new releases separate from like what's currently out. Like just have a separate tab for new releases and keep it to like the things that are coming out that week and that's it. Or even keep it for that month and change it out monthly. I think with like all these games that keep coming out week to week, it's just overbearing and you're really like just like, there's just too much sometimes. And if you're trying to find something new, it can kind of be a little bit difficult, especially if some of those don't have trailers at times. I think that is another thing. I feel like if you're not going to have a demo, have a gameplay video in your description that's going to, really show what the game's about, because not everyone's going to read that description, especially if they're like paragraphs and paragraphs long and it's right there.
I think definitely I agree, more demos need to be out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should have a recommend, like, and it'll be kind of tough, but based on what games because they have a play activity thing, like on the Switch, maybe based on what games you're playing, they should suggest stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know how they would incorporate that. I think that would be cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sony
agree.
does it with like games you buy. Like, hey, you bought this game. Here's some games that you might like based off this one game.
Yeah, or maybe like a survey. Like, I know people hate surveys, but maybe like when you first set up like your eShop, it asks you for like what kind of preferences of games you like and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think it was like a week or two ago, I was trying to the shoot 'em ups because I was gonna make like a list video of like the best and the worst or whatever, and it was really tough. Like I literally had to go through and like the game, even the box art of the games are sometimes misleading a lot of the time. So like you have to look through that. Also, something that Xbox does, I'm assuming PS4 does as well, is like when you click on a game, you can see like little clips that people upload. And like now with the whole like capture thing, like that would be really cool if they took like the 3 most recent clips and like you can view them, because gameplay is everything, especially with a lot of these games.
And maybe when the Switch online stuff gets finalized and comes out, maybe these are things that they are going to do. Who knows?
Miiverse 2.
I would like a trophy system implemented, because I have friends that are all about the trophies.
Yeah. James, you said you weren't a big eShop guy. Is it because of difficulty searching around that, or?
That, and because I like physical stuff, and
that's the other thing too, man. I have a lot of friends that want physical only stuff, and
like I just get really sad.
Like what it'll be like, I'll be like, hey dude, you need to check this game out, and the first thing he says, is it physical? And I go, no, and he goes, never mind.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process. That's kind of my thought process.
Like, honestly, though, and not to interrupt, is sometimes it's convenient to have it digitally only on your Switch. Like I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh yeah, that's 100%
digitally only.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have to fiddle with putting the cartridge in. I can just play it at any time.
Stardew Valley is one of the only games that I download.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See,
I know.
But maybe like they should probably put like a genre choice, because that would
Yep.
That would make it a lot better too. And like I was just looking at it before we started this. I'm just like, there's just like 5 options. And that's it. Like,
Yeah.
how is that even possible? Like with how many games there are on there, like that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like they really need.
Well, I mean, there is also a huge amount of physical games for just being over a year old.
That's true.
Like a lot. There's a good grip. It's like, wow, there's some stuff that I didn't even know was physical. And I'm like, wow, I need to get that.
Hello Kitty Cruisers.
Yeah, I'm going to get that. I remember at one point, that was
day one.
I remember at one point for the Wii U, that game was like $80.
$15.
No, it was 80 on Amazon at one
80.
point.
Yeah,
So-
I saw it at
Jeez.
GameStop the other day. I probably should have picked it up, but yeah, it was like 75.
It was up. So I found it at a GameStop real cheap and I snagged it because it was priced high.
I got it on a whim. Seriously, $15.
You get it at
That's
GameStop?
crazy.
I got it at GameStop, but it was like when it came out, so it was super cheap.
And you took one look and you're like, I need that
Yeah,
game.
I was like, this looks stupid. Let's buy it. It's on my shelf now.
I vote to have a curation spot just for bad games, just for jams. On the
Yeah.
eShop.
Oh man. And I know you could say whatever you want, but it would be Geo tab. Because like some of those games are really good, but you don't want to search the whole eShop to find them. And also, you know, whatever Sega's doing, I still don't know what they're doing yet, but it seems like they're releasing.
Saturn games.
So the whole like collection thing, they're just releasing random games, like it's like a Neo Geo
Sega
situation.
Ages, right? Sega Ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo needs to just hurry up and buy Sega.
Seriously, fuck yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Now we're past that. No, they really need to.
Imagine though, like if they were to actually buy that, they'd
They'd
have
make a
Atlas
perfect
underneath
team.
their belt.
And
That's-
Atlas,
yeah.
yeah.
All the Persona games there.
Oh yeah.
I just want a real Mario and Sonic game, man. I don't want this Olympic crap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's also a rare Wii U game.
Oh my god. Why is that written? I'm not even gonna ask.
Don't
But
worry.
to bring it back to the eShop, I know we
sorry.
were talking about curation process before, but if there was like the 3DS has this, the Nintendo employee like picks or whatever they call it, the editor's picks,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
and you go into the tab and it's like every person that works, I guess, on the eShop or whatever has their pick of a game for the week, and it's in there, and sometimes it's like on sale too, so having something like that would help, I think, you know, kind of go through the curation process a little bit more and like showcase games that people might have not known about or knew even
Yeah.
were even on Switch.
That's what you and Eric are for, though. People go on your channels. I'm actually really surprised now that Labo's
Nintendo,
out.
hire us, come on.
Now that Labo's out, I'm thinking about this more, but I'm really surprised they don't have a kids section because, like, as a
Yeah.
parent, you're really gonna go through like hundreds of game tabs and stuff like that. Like, I know the Wii U
Yeah.
has kid games, so I don't know.
I'm sure it's gonna get revamped soon. Just
Yeah,
Who knows how soon is?
yeah. That was my next question, though. Do you guys think that it's gonna coincide with the online, or do you think it's
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's
changed
gotta.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna like shut the eShop down for 2 days? Everyone's gonna go crazy. Turn it back.
I would be very surprised if like I guess October is when the Switch Online last time I saw. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
If the eShop doesn't get modified in some way, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
bad. It's really bad. So Joe, I think you got a couple questions from the
from
dude.
the dude, yeah.
Dude.
Check out viewer questions here. Let's see. Let's pop them up. First off, dude 427 Fabian, homie. First one is, do you think the eShop should have more demos? I think we spoke on this
Yes.
already. So people don't have to go in blind into a new game. I would say yes. I think we're
Mhm.
all in
Yes.
agreement there. Yeah.
And that's part of why I review the random games that I
Yeah.
can too, because like people will look it up, and I've gotten so many comments like, "Oh, thanks for showing this game. Now I know whether to get it or not."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think Arms is a perfect example of that.
Oh, Biggest fucking disappointment of a game.
Arms.
That's one that I'm glad I didn't. I'm not gonna buy it physically until I see it for like $20.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm glad Nintendo sent me that game because I'm not paying a freaking dollar for it.
Everyone has a chord, and we just struck Eric's chord.
I don't know, man. I feel the same way about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 also.
No.
I'm beyond pissed that I paid for that. I had to pay for that one.
Oh man. Wait,
Honestly,
hold on. No, we have to touch on this. Why don't you like it?
Because if a game takes more than fucking 1 hour for me to save to feel like I want to play it more, it's not worth it. And if people go, you gotta play more than, you gotta get to like 40-hour mark. It's like, dude, 40 hours.
40-hour mark. No, the game gets good after the hour. But I mean,
I
JRPGs aren't for everyone. That's like
I
a very Japanese game.
I like Xenoblade X. I liked X on Wii U. Like that one.
Good.
Didn't get to play the first one on the Wii. But man, I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is like such a letdown. Like I couldn't get into it. And I couldn't get into ARMS. Like honestly, like my most played games on the Switch is like Mario Kart, Minecraft, Splatoon 2, Odyssey, Skyward Sword, like Shovel Knight, and what's the other one? Like
Did Eric just leak Skyward Sword?
Not Skyward Sword. I mean Breath of the Wild, Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. What a good like match that was. Jeez.
Oh man, I play Ultra Street Fighter 2, but that'll get replaced with Street Fighter Anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I can't.
And then what's that? I can't even think of what my number 10 is. But yeah, those are the ones that I play the most on.
Yeah.
Like Xenoblade was such a letdown for me.
I'm with you, man. Well, I don't know if it was a letdown for me, but I still
ARMS, I was over here like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like all these new characters. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be esports. Like people are gonna be playing this left and right. You know, I thought it was hot. You know, like the music was awesome for it, and then it's like just failed.
Yeah. That was like my most hyped game. I mean, obviously Breath of the Wild, but ARMS crazy. But yeah, damn.
Womp womp.
Let's see. What was that other question by the dude?
I got the other one here. If
Oh yeah, he was asking about apps on the eShop. Should we have more apps by now? Netflix, YouTube, Twitch. Kind of surprised we don't, to be honest.
I was gonna say I'm surprised, but I
think there definitely should be.
Yeah.
We have Hulu.
I know. I kind of forget about that.
At the very least, YouTube should be on there.
Oh, 100% YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's my Twitter app?
You don't need a goddamn Twitter app.
Hey, we can at least
my
post
most wanted
photos.
app is Discord. Bring
Oh,
Discord.
yeah.
on.
I think Discord would be good. But but there's no camera on the Switch.
That's true. I mean, just for voice chat alone, I'd be.
For voice chat, but you would think they should have
put a camera.
They should have put a camera. The Wii U gamepad has a freaking camera on it.
Yeah, it does.
That's
that
true.
acts as a Wii sensor.
What are they doing over at Nintendo?
I don't know.
They're on another level.
That's what upgrades are for. Switch Pro.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, that's a game that you rep hard. Jams is Payday 2, a game that I haven't picked up.
Oh my god, fuck that game.
Oh man,
it is a
striking some chords.
It is a broken mess, but I do love playing with my buds.
It really is. But
it's like Jesus Christ, how long is this freaking mission gonna take, man? We're doing the same. We're killing tons of we're killing a freaking military. Freaking squadron of 100 cops.
They keep coming. They never stop. It's the best.
Keep coming, and we're just here, and it's.
Mind you, they don't even. They shoot worse than stormtroopers. They miss more than half their shots.
No,
I love playing it.
I'm with you, Jams. I'm with you.
And I guess the last part, dude, you got all your questions answered. Do you think Nintendo should make more mature games or stay making family-friendly games? I mean Bayonetta, but well, they don't really make that directly.
Devil's Third.
Get
Oh
out!
my God.
Get out! Get out!
Ugh.
I don't care what kind of game they are as long as they're good.
That's true.
Like
I agree.
I'm okay with kids games. I'm okay with mature games. I don't want stuff that's rushed out there. And there's been a few instances where I'm like, yeah, this is bad. Like WWE 2K18, that was
Oh
bad.
my god.
Payday 2, that was bad.
Yes.
There's a few where I'm like, my God, like what were they doing? Troll 9, that was one that was. I thought Troll 9 was gonna be cool. I didn't play it on anything else until the Switch.
All the early adopters on that, they got screwed.
And then you have like Don't Knock Twice. That one was broken when it came out.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
What was wrong with that one?
It just had bad frame rate issues until it got patched. Actually, I felt bad because I tore a new ass into it, and then after the review, they're like, "We saw your video and just want you to know there's a patch coming." I felt kind of bad.
Oh.
Yeah, but dude, it was like day one, and the thing ran like crap. The areas were so dark, like you couldn't see anything, man.
There was a
fix though.
It's better. There's a Switch game out there that was sent to me, and I'm not gonna name who it is. I haven't done the video on it yet. This person was like, "I hope you really enjoy it, and don't be too hard on us, because me and my wife spent our off hours from our full-time job developing this game in our basement," and blah blah blah. And I was like,
"Oh,
no pressure though."
I was like, I'm just not even gonna acknowledge the game.
Damn.
I hope they're not listening to this.
They're big time fans of the show.
And then another one was all like, "If you're not going to complete this game completely before you play it, don't even bother." And I was like, okay, I didn't ask for your fucking game anyway.
Jeez.
Monsters.
As far as mature games, I feel like Metroid big potential. Like I want Metroid to come soon, man. I mean, I don't think it is. But
I don't want to come across like a prick, but I don't like Metroid.
Oh man, no. He's throwing the big punches today.
Oh man, I'm done.
I think Metroid is niche, more niche than people like set it out to be. I feel like most people see it's like a first person shooter, and they're like, oh, it's like every other first person shooter.
Here's the thing about Metroid. Other than changing for the Prime series to like a first person perspective, what did they really do each game to change it?
Yeah.
Like, nothing. That's the thing. Like Zelda always has some new gimmick. Mario always has some new gimmick. That's why I was disappointed in Star Fox Zero on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, they played it safe. They just redid Star Fox 64. Star Fox. So it's Zelda first for me. Star Fox second.
Yes.
And Super Mario, and then after that, Mario Kart. I don't. But like some of those Nintendo franchises, like I don't care about Metroid. I don't care about F-Zero. I don't care about
Ice
Wave
Climber.
Race. Oh, I like Donkey Kong Country stuff.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Like Earthbound. I don't care. Smash Brothers. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I mean, Metroid had, from 1 to 2 was completely different. You had.
Come on, Joe, defend that Game Boy.
Yeah.
Super Metroid is phenomenal. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
But even going from 1 to 2, like you went from there. Granted, yeah, if you look at it just like exploratory purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say like,
and
what you're exploring, you're getting all the power-ups.
There's just so many Metroidvania games out there,
But you can't blame that on Metroid. In part 2, you were a genocidal bounty hunter. You destroyed all the bounty. You destroyed all the Metroids.
But you would think Nintendo would say, okay, so many people are copying our shit. Let's fucking do something innovative with it for once.
Yeah.
Well, they tried with Other M, and that was a little bit
I
of a
liked
mess.
Other M.
It was good. I applaud them for trying something different, but
I don't know. They tried something with Federation Force too, and that didn't work out.
let's not go there. I secede from that one. I can't defend that.
I was shocked when I heard it was going to be Metroid. Like, for anyone that's played the trilogy, it ends pretty damn good. I think they brought it back just
I'm
because.
still going through it.
Yeah, they brought it back for fan service, but
I'm still not convinced it's called Prime 4, man.
Federation Force. Nintendo sent me Federation Force, and I couldn't.
Oh boy.
I think they got mad at me because I couldn't even stomach it. I was like, I don't even want to review this.
Oh man.
I was like, to begin with, I could care less about Metroid, and now I'm gonna play a shitty version of it.
Shit.
I was like, yeah. I mean, Metroid, I could see and understand and appreciate why it's loved. I liked Super Metroid. I like Metroid Prime. I think I like the second one better.
Have you played Fusion? Because Fusion's probably the most different.
I'm not a handheld guy, though. That's the thing.
Breaking my heart.
I'm not a handheld guy, but I mean, it's okay. I like it. You know, Star Fox has its hits and misses too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I think Zelda is the most consistent one out of the Nintendo brands.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think maybe they focus not solely, but a little bit more on the multiplayer aspect of the next Metroid game. That would be something that I would be into. First person.
Yeah, definitely. If Metroid Prime 4 had a good multiplayer thing going on, then yeah, that'd be, why not?
Metroid
exactly.
Royale.
I was just about to say that. Prime Battle Royale.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Mario and Rabbids. I love that game too. That's my 10.
Yeah, that was good. Good game.
Hell yeah.
Especially the multiplayer that they added in. I wouldn't say patched in, but added
They
in.
need to put more characters than what they added. They need to do more. They need to do way more characters.
We need a sequel.
Yeah, where's my Rapid Waluigi? God damn it.
He was in the game.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't know if this was a. I don't know if this was a troll or some kind of fake rumor, but is there really going to be a Waluigi Direct? I haven't been paying attention to Twitter much.
No.
That's definitely
Wow.
They should do one.
I wish.
Nintendo should do one.
Yes. I love Waluigi.
Since we're all being honest here, I'm gonna go back to 2017 was incredible for gaming, and something that I want to talk about. This isn't even on our agenda, but whatever. 2018, I feel like they've lost a little bit of momentum, especially for the people that were playing Wii U and have a lot of these games now being re-released. And a lot of these ports don't really seem like they've had much added to it. I mean, Donkey Kong, perfect example. Like, they could have done a lot with that. Looks like Captain Toad. I mean, they added Odyssey, which I like. And then you have Labo, which is another niche thing. What do you think so far about the first 5-6 months of the year in terms of Switch?
I think they're saving everything for E3.
Just going to flood the market at the end?
Right now, I think they did okay announcing ports and stuff like that, like Hyrule Warriors, Donkey Kong. Labo was Labo was a surprise. That was a surprise. I think they're gonna do. Well, I mean, even the Smash Brothers announcement was a huge surprise.
Yeah.
E3 is gonna be big. I think. I mean, you got to think they've already announced like the Yoshi game coming up. Captain Toad is being ported over. Smash is being. I guess it's going to be a complete new game. Who knows? There's going to be some big stuff happening at E3. I'm still thinking third-party announcements are going to be gigantic at E3.
Yeah.
I keep going back to it, but we're going to get GTA 5 will be on the Switch. I'm going to say it.
Oh, yes. Please.
It will be.
Please. I want to buy that game a third time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I think definitely we're gonna see some update on Metroid, and every Metroid fanboy is gonna go gaga, and then there's gonna be an update on Smash. There's probably be some DLC added on to Odyssey.
I wouldn't mind that.
Star Fox Zero 2.
I think we'd see Star Fox Zero being ported over before we see
Please.
that.
With
Analog
regular
controls.
With regular
man.
controls, I'll take it.
Yeah,
take
and then
some ground missions.
I would like to see a new Pikmin game or Pikmin 3 moved over. I would like to see Mario Maker announced somehow. But you gotta think, man, they can't burn through all their stuff in the first 2 years. They're already pushing it. You know, we've already had like how many Mario games in year one, and 2 Zelda themed games, and they're really pushing it. Like Smash is already being poured over. You can't blow your load in the first 2 years.
Do you think Pokemon's coming out this year?
No,
Definitely not.
it'll be next E3.
Yeah.
We'll see an update on it.
Maybe a name.
Yeah, we'll see like a teaser trailer. But see, that's the thing that pisses me off about Sony is they had a couple E3s ago where like Shenmue was announced and all this. It's literally just a freaking logo being shown on it. It's like, Nintendo's E3 a couple years ago was games that were coming out that year. And I think it should always be games that you're going to be able to play that year, and then a surprise announcement at the end. So I don't know. I think we're going to see some good stuff. Who knows? Labo would definitely be a big part of E3 if it sells well.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is coming out next week, and who knows if it's still going to be relevant. I don't know. I feel like Labo is like a thing where it could take off, but at the same time, I don't know. A month from now, it could be totally irrelevant.
I think it's going to.
You think it's going to take off?
Yeah, it's going to be huge, man. It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Still on the fence, even though I bought it. I'm still like, I don't know if this thing is going to skyrocket or not. It has the potential. Like it's silly enough for it to work.
It is. I mean, the Wii itself was silly enough.
Yeah. Like, as
a kid, like building something, putting it all together, seeing how all the moving parts work, and then interacting with it and playing with it. For me as a kid, I would lose my mind. But like, it's kind of hard to look at it like being older. But I could see the growth, especially with school programming thing, like we said before.
Yeah.
Like, I streamed that whole thing of me building it, and I got maybe one cardboard comment the entire time, and everyone else was like, oh, crap, this is actually pretty cool. Like, they got into it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm sad that I haven't gotten to play with mine yet. My friend has it. I was too dumb to pre-order it and have it delivered, so I counted on getting time to actually make it to a GameStop, and even then I didn't.
Yeah. I think next week we're going to do a follow-up with Joe, because I'm not really, when I think of the price, and that's kind of a big thing with people, it's like, oh my God, this is $70. For me, I can't really justify it on the material it's made out of. So I'm really interested to see like the actual software itself, especially with something like the robot thing, because it seems like that's a meatier game than what it's being led on to be, or it could just be a mini game. But the software, I think, is the selling point.
That robot apparently is supposed to take like 4 or 5 hours to build. It's like a serious freaking thing.
Yeah, Sean RGT85 was like, it wasn't worth the time. No kid's gonna sit down and do this crap, and
they're gonna lose their patience. Parents are gonna end up building the rest of it.
Yeah,
but like the variety pack, dude, is probably like the perfect one, because not everything's gonna take forever. I think the house might be the second longest one, to be honest, out of everything. This thing is heavy too.
Fishing pole has a lot of moving parts stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah.
Jams, first 5-6 months, how you feeling? Is it
Honestly,
nice that it's not like too crowded?
I mean, it kind of sucks because I've barely been playing my Switch. I mean, for other than like ports, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
like all I play on the train now from to and from school is Skyrim, which is a problem. That's the third time I fought that game too. But
Oh yeah, I forgot about Skyrim. I was playing the crap out of that.
Yeah. Skyrim's
Yeah.
so great.
I'm kind of just waiting for something I want to buy. Like I wanted to get Kirby, but it's just like $50. I don't know. I'm just
I
like
liked Kirby.
You know, I'm buying fucking Hello Kitty crew. Oh.
I'm gonna try to get it. Well, you gotta do. Excuse me.
Bless you.
You gotta do a follow up. You gotta do a comparison review.
That's the plan.
Yeah, you do.
Oh
What's
my
different?
God.
Nothing. Like what? They can't add much to that. Come on.
I don't know. We'll fucking see, dude. I'm going all in on that.
Funky
Wow.
Kong
You
mode.
should.
Joe, for you, I know that like you're big into indies, so like, is it really affecting you at all, or?
You know, it's funny in a way, like as soon as like this past month, I feel like has been the lull, and I knew going in it was a lull. That's why I'm playing Metro Prime 2 right now.
Yeah.
But we've had like some things in between that I've been like, okay, this is holding me over, like Super Darrow Deluxe. I think that's the first thing that comes to mind. But I will say, it's gotten me back into my 3DS this weird like period right now, because there are games that are coming out for it that I've been interested in, and there are other JRPGs. So I'm like, okay, I know this is gonna take up a bunch of time, like The Alliance Alive and Radiant Historia. I'm like, oh, great, perfect. So I personally, for me, I'm liking this period right now where it's like, okay, I don't feel like I'm like, there's too many games coming out. Like, it's nice,
Yeah.
but I do miss the fact that like we're not getting, we haven't been getting like, I feel like a good hit. Like Kirby was good, Kirby was solid. Labo's gonna be Labo. I know, I have a soft spot for Kirby. I'll admit that. We didn't get anything in January. February was Bayonetta, and that came and went.
February was Payday 2.
Well, then we're getting. Are we getting Dark Souls pretty soon?
The Dark Souls got delayed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now it's gonna be in the
Yeah.
summer, which is crazy.
South Park.
South Park
I
comes out
guess.
next
South
week,
Park.
along with Galgun 2. I'm just saying.
Day shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Naruto.
But yeah, these first 6 months are gonna be weird. I feel like this year is going to be the year that Nintendo either comes in strong with stuff in the fall, or
It's gonna be fall.
yeah, which I'm sure it will be. Like, I think once like you were saying, E3, we're probably gonna get all those announcements and like know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen past August.
Well, I mean, it's already gonna be near the end of April, so
Yeah.
it's just another month
just
and a
another
half.
month. It's right there. Like, hang
Yeah.
tight. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know, those people that have that never played Tropical Freeze got that, and Hyrule
Yeah.
Warriors. I'm looking forward to Hyrule Warriors, not so much Tropical Freeze, because I had my fill of Donkey Kong Country on the Wii U. I'm good there.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna do comparison.
Yeah,
between
definitely.
Wii U.
Mr. Wii U.
Mr. Wii U, man.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors is kind of a no-brainer if you didn't buy it, because it comes with 3DS content. If you price all that stuff out, it's like
Yeah.
really.
I mean,
good.
I'm playing the
Definitely.
Japanese version, and I'm loving it. I just wish I knew what was going on.
So you're gonna buy the English version too?
Yeah, why not?
My guy.
Crazy. You're a madman.
My guy.
But I think that's all for today. Unless you guys have any final words. Before we sign off, why don't you guys sign off? Jams, where can they find you, man?
I'm on YouTube at youtube.com/jamsgams, and I review Wii U games.
And apparently unbox PS4s.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's a sexy.
I
that's a
loved
sexy-
making that video, honestly.
That was funny as hell. Jams was beyond stoned. Anyway, Joe, where can they find you? Where can they find you, Joe?
Jesus Christ. Joe After Work, YouTube, Twitch, and joeafterwork.com.
There we go. And Eric. You all know
YouTube,
Eric.
YouTube 8-Bit Eric, Instagram 8-Bit Eric, Twitter 8-Bit Eric. Yeah, just check me out. I upload all the time.
Thank you
He's
so
dope.
much for coming on, dude. Seriously.
Thanks, I
Thank you.
appreciate it. And then anytime you want me back, let me know.
Definitely, man.
Word.
All right.
All right, guys. We will see you next week. Have a good one.